love what you've got going on with Desk Rig and your main offer now with really helping people show up better on camera. I really wanted to dig into how you're doing that, of course, but also why it's important, why it's a big deal, even if the other person never consciously thinks about it.
The virtual world is set, your brain has to process so much stuff. It's like, okay, I'm looking at another human being, but they're not human sized, they're digital. So your brain is starting to, in the back, trying to really piece these things together. So your brain is automatically working at a higher revolution than it would just face to face. So if we're able to bring consumers where, you're right, they don't really care about the backdrop. But because it's such a nice experience, it allows they can focus on me now.
How you show up on camera, you may be dressed and what you have to say is great, but people can't see you, can barely hear you. You're there's just, like it or not, there's a little more expectation there. But then even if you put all that aside, man, if you just use this as a competitive advantage, it's huge because the majority of people aren't doing it, aren't taking that little extra step to show up better.
Any evening I have in the week, and it's almost like wedding crashing. I'll just go to Zoom calls. I'll just go to conferences, whatever's on LinkedIn, whatever event's going on right now, I'm just popping in. If I go on with 50 people, there might be 2 people who have a setup like this, maybe. But you show up, and there's times where, and then you go into the big group, and then you get sectioned into micro groups, and I just sit there, and everyone's like, what are you doing? How do you look like that? And then hey, this is what I do. I work with individuals to increase their professionalism online. I'd love to tell you more about it if you have interest. And then all of a sudden, I'm making connections, valuable connections. The faster people adopt to this scenario in this world, it's just going to open more doors for them.